Well, today is Tuesday and good afternoon. My name is Lorraine Brock. I'm a professional organizer and owner of a company called Get Organized. And my job is to help you get your home, business, and life completely organized. Well, I'm glad you're joining me today, and we have a fabulous topic that I want to discuss with you that is really near and dear to my heart. And what I'm about to share with you is something that I've been doing in my own life for a very long period of time. And I find that it works, that it helps with the budgeting, it helps with the overall bills coming in and staying on track. So I want to share a tip with you guys today. So we're talking about a bill escrow account. And you're like, Lorraine, what is a bill escrow account? Because if you go look that up, I bet you really won't find a definition for it. I mean, there may be somebody out there that has an idea, but I bet it's a little bit different than mine. So think of a bill escrow account as something like a mortgage escrow account, where you not only pay your monthly mortgage every month, but you also pay a little bit more each month. And that little bit more goes into your mortgage escrow account. And at the end of the year, when your taxes and insurance is all due, basically it gets paid from that mortgage escrow account. So we're on the same page? Good. So think about that as a bill escrow account. So I would recommend a few different things. Make a list of those expected but unexpected expenses that you may have within a 12-month period of time. And I'm going to give you a little idea of what some of those would be so you can go back and make your own list, but I'll at least get you started. So think of like card tags or gifts, like if you're doing birthday gifts for immediate family, things that you know you're going to be doing every year. It could be Christmas gifts. If you know you spend a certain amount of money on Christmas every year, add that into the mix as well. You can do things like yearly sports fees. Maybe your son is into baseball and he goes into a special baseball camp or Spaceballs team every year, and there's fees associated with that. Or maybe your daughter is in some kind of cheer event, and therefore you need to make sure that you have the funds that when that season of events and practice and all that starts again, you have those expected membership fees. Well, that brings me to annual subscriptions, things that you like to renew annually, whether it be your Amazon Prime account. That's a great example. Could be maybe some kind of magazine subscription or other type of membership that, again, that's not monthly. And it's not really built into your monthly budget, but it's definitely coming out of your account during the year. Other things could be car insurance. Now that's a big one. I hear you. Sometimes that can be thousands of dollars depending on the size of your family and who you have on your policy. If you are wanting to start paying that insurance yearly or maybe every 6 months and forego those $6 service charge fees and save a little bit money. And sometimes you can even get a discount by paying it all in full at one time. Then include your auto insurance in this bill escrow amount that you're going to come up with. Another thing is HOA dues. Like for us, we have HOA dues due every quarter, and they're consistent. They're not a surprise. I know how much they're going to be, and I need to build that into my escrow account. So when you come up with all of those lists of all those expected but unexpected bills, you'll be able to come up with your bill escrow total. So let's just say, for easy numbers, that your bill escrow total for the entire 12 months that you've estimated what the fees are going to be, what the cost is going to be, let's just say it comes to an even $1,000. The next step is to take that number and divide it by how many paydays that you have. Or you can divide it by one payday a month and take this bill escrow amount out of that one check every month. Or you can divide it over all your checks per month. It's up to you how you want to divide it out. But the idea is at least do a minimum of 12. One of those 12 months would equal, well, actually 12 of those payments for 12 months would equal the total $1,000. So in this case, you would do $1,000 of the entire year and you would divide that by 12. If you're doing $1,200 a year, you divide that by 12. And that's what you get for at least your monthly budget. And again, you can divide it down further. The idea is to set aside, just like you would a bill, like your car payment or your grocery bill, that you set aside that money for when you need it. You may not need it now in February, but coming around July, some of these bills are going to be coming due, and you want to have that money already set aside. I would recommend doing some kind of separate account, like a second checking or some type of online savings. I think Capital One has a great online savings account that you can use that does bear a little bit more interest than a passbook. And this money that you're depositing every month goes into a savings account, and you take it out as you need it. Now, keep in mind, there are withdrawal limits for some banks. So make sure if you're using a savings account that you work within those withdrawal limits, normally like 3 a month at no charge, especially when you're dealing with a basic savings account. You could, if you're really disciplined, you could definitely keep it in your checking account. That would be an option, but I don't really recommend that because it gets mixed in with the money that you're using on a daily and weekly and monthly basis for things that are often really, that you need to use those transactions in dollars often. So you don't really want to mix your bill escrow account with your checking account. Now, if you have a separate checking account, maybe a second checking account, that would be an ideal. Maybe you put all that money into a second checking account and therefore it just stays there. When you get one of these expected but unexpected bills, take the money of what's due, go to your account that you're storing it in, and transfer it to your regular checking or pay it directly from that account, depending on how you have your account set up. This works wonderfully to keeping you on budget. The key here is to make sure you include all those bills that come in throughout the seasons, the months, the years that are really not monthly or weekly bills. You're looking at quarterly, semi-annually, yearly. All those things you're having to look at, not just what comes in monthly. So the bill escrow account, I think, is a great way to stay on track with your budget. And you just got to build that into your budget. So it's almost like a line item that comes out every payday or at least once a month, and you put it somewhere and you stash it till one of those unexpected, but not expected bills come due. So simple as that. So the bill escrow account. Hope you will incorporate this into your budget so you can be able to see how much money you're truly spending and not just see all these numbers on there and think you've got that money, because that's normally not the case. All right, well, let's get back on to the fun stuff, which is giveaways. I love giveaways. I'm very highly motivated by giveaways. I love the blue ribbons, the red ribbons, the gifts. I love it. Okay, so this month, for the month of February, which we're going to draw the first Tip Tuesday in March, we're giving away what's called table topics. So table topics are these acrylic cubes, actually they're really well made, and they have all sorts of different cubes with different topics. This particular one is Girls Night Out. We've got family, we've got, couples. There's all kinds of ones you can choose from. These run about $25 a cube, and we're giving one away to the winner that we draw for the month of February. So how do you win it? Good question. Just make a comment. Any comment down below gets you entered if you comment on any of our Tip Tuesdays for the month of February. So even our past ones and the ones we're still going to have. Any comment gets you entered every time you comment an additional time. In addition to that, you get the opportunity to share our Tip Tuesday segments, just like this one, with any of your friends or family on your Facebook page. The more you share, the more you get entered. We look at all the stats and how much you've been active on our Facebook page throughout each month, and then we pick a winner and announce it the first Tip Tuesday in the following month. So we're going to be able to give away this next first Tip Tuesday in March. So that's how you win. Easy breezy. I think I'm saying that right. Well, I am excited to bring you all great tips. I think next week, We're going to talk about some systems for paper clutter, at least one system. I mean, it's coming up tax time, right? We need to get our little papers in order, our file cabinets and stuff. So we're going to talk about a system next week that's going to be great for everybody, including your parents as they get older. So tune in next Tuesday, and we're going to have a great topic on Tip Tuesday. Well, I am Lorraine Brock, helping you get your home, business, and life completely organized. And join me next week on Tip Tuesday. Bye, guys. Have a great evening.